So guys, 2 stories today. Yes, you're getting a double. One of them is really, really good news, and the other is kind of scary. We've got the deep state going after Trump's agenda already. He's not even in the White House, and they're already trying to lock him down and tie him to the trade track so they can run over him with a freight train that has Trump written on the side of it. But before we jump into that next story, let's talk about this one. Let's talk about the good news in the House. Trump has appointed a border czar. And unlike the last one for the Biden administration, this one's actually probably going to do something. So he's gone through and actually appointed this guy. It's Tom Holman. I might be mispronouncing his name. But let's go through and have a look at a few of the quotes from Tom Holland. And you guys, let me know in the comment section below, what are your thoughts on him as a border czar?
Everybody, I met a lot of people today said, why are you, I see you on Fox News, you're always so emotional, and I see you screaming at Congress. Because I wake up every day pissed off. I wake up every day pissed off because we gave this administration the most secure border in my lifetime. And the data proves it. Illegal immigration was down 83 to 90%. A record. No one's ever accomplished that. Illegal immigration was down a 45-year low. Now, you heard me on video. I worked for 6 presidents, starting with Ronald Reagan. Every president I've ever worked for said they took actions to try to secure the border. Even Clinton and Obama took actions to secure the border. No one did more than President Trump. But President Biden is the first president in the history of this nation who came in office and unsecured a border. And that pisses me off. Because when you unsecure the border, people die. Now, I see the White House moron, the spokesperson, and Jen Psaki before her, they will say, the Trump administration's inhumane policies. You guys, you're inhumane, you're racist. And our policy is much more humane. That's a bunch of bullshit. Because let me tell you the truth. Under President Trump, Doctors Without Borders did a study. They said 31% of women that make that journey get sexually assaulted. Now, I've talked to girls as young as 9 years old when I was a special agent that was raped multiple times by the criminal cartels in Mexico. They're animals. And when you sit down and talk to a 9-year-old little girl and look at her eyes.
I must admit, I did like him. He's not afraid
and
to
every
call
bit
it
of
out.
humanity's been stolen from her.
He's right though.
Everything innocent.
Yeah, women as young as 9 are essayed.
It breaks your heart. And it pisses me off. Because when President Trump had illegal immigration down 83% to 90%, depending on what time frame you looked at, how many women weren't being raped? How many children weren't dying? How many pounds of fentanyl didn't make it in the country to kill Americans? How many known suspected terrorists didn't get in the country because our border was secure? President Trump's policies were not inhumane. They saved lives. President Biden wants to say the policies are more humane. Let me set the record straight. Over 1,700 migrants have died on U.S. soil since Joe Biden's been president. 1,700 migrants have died on U.S. soil. A record. Over 100,000 Americans have died from fentanyl overdoses. A record. ICE has more sex trafficking investigations of women and children this year than the last 6 years combined. A record number of women and children being sex trafficked. And the thing that bothers me the most, on top of all those terrible things, a record number of known suspected terrorists have been arrested trying to enter this country. Don't tell me his policy is humane. They're killing people at record numbers. They're killing migrants at record numbers. They're killing Americans at record numbers. Bottom line, President Trump was one badass president.
So that's obviously one clip. We do have another clip which I apologize now, is going to make me break out in hysterics. But let's play this. So we've got this one.
We have seen one estimate that says it would cost $88 billion to deport 1 million people a year.
I don't know if that's accurate or not.
Is that what?
Yeah, I don't know if that's accurate or not either, to be honest. I know it's going to be expensive, but yeah.
American taxpayers should expect?
What price do you put on national security? Is that worth it?
Is there a way to carry out mass deportation without separating families?
Of course there is. Families can be deported together.
It's like, motherfuckers, you're I love it. I just love the brutal honesty. He's just like, yeah, no, we're just going to put the whole family. We don't have to worry about, like, splitting them up. It's a no problem. It's a none problem. We're deporting them all together. We're putting them all on the plane and sending them both home. But let's face it, most families that cross the border are not families. There are middle-aged men that will team up with a child who is crossing the border, and exchange for pretending to be their parent, they get some sort of, I presume they get some sort of kickback or something like that.
Tolerance was interpreted.
So we do have him here basically just flaming AOC, giving her the biggest fucking live spanking on national TV, and she probably enjoyed it.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father
Mr.
from his
Holman,
family.
with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're in the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum and go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The
Yeah, she's just like, fuck, I've lost this.
Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Okay. Mr. Chair, the memo is submitted to the record for review. Inspector General Costello, one last thing. Is there zero tolerance was interpreted?
We have seen one estimate that says.
So yeah, like I say, at the end of the day, it's yeah, I like him. I like him as the borders are. He's tough. He is going to be tough, and I like him. I really, really do. I think he's a good pick. I think Trump has done an amazing job picking him. But yeah, obviously, I'm just waiting for the leftists to have a frigging collective meltdown over this guy. Let's see if they have they already started? Everybody's liking this, eh? Not yet. Wait till it's sort of... It's only just happened today, so give it time. They'll have a meltdown. But yeah, guys, obviously at the end of the day, I think Trump has done an amazing job going through and actually becoming, like, picking him as the borders are. I suggest they're going to go through. I reckon they're going to do a good job. And to be honest, I've already heard rumors that Mexico has already started shutting down border crossings. It's weird. Trump's not even in the White House, and things seem to be getting better already. Guys, let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. What are your thoughts on Tim? Is it Tim Holland? I like him. I do. Let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. Is there something I'm missing? Do you think he's deep state? And if so, why? Don't just say he is. I want to know why. And apart from that, guys, obviously we do have to be vigilant for the deep state actors, because they have already tried with Trump. That'll be the next story. And then maybe I might do a third talking about the left becoming election deniers now. But hey, let's jump into it, guys. Second story on its way. Have a great night. Enjoy. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Apart from that, guys, peace.